Mic test. There we go. We'll start here shortly. Oh man, what's going on? It's late night. Super late night. Not expecting much traffic on a Friday evening, but I was out of town for a little while and got some free time. Thought I'd do a little late night weekend wrap up stream. Since the last time we spoke was Monday, so let's just jump right into it. We're going to just kind of do a lightning round, and there for sure will be one on Monday. So starting off with Mama Bear, very nice close here on the. Hold on, let me go to the futures. Hopefully, spot follows through with this price action here. Oh, I got my little mama on. Hold on, turn that off. Just kind of keep it clean for now. Very nice reaction off all these EMAs. Very much engulfing off of this base. Follow through. It's green now. It looks good. It really needs to close above 30, really 31,000. Nonetheless, this does look very sexy, though. We are just getting that nice follow through. Got a tap to 30K this week, so that's pretty nice. And, like we were saying about this volume, most volume in a really long time. So this is very notable. The only thing I would really like to see here is it to stay above 28,000 for a good amount of time to allow these EMAs to get in chronological order. That would be super way more better and really give me lots of confidence that we would be busting over 32,000 if that were to occur. But overall, this is looking pretty nice. Don't have any issues with this. GBDC looking really good too, above the 200. Filling this gap is what we were kind of looking for. It did barely just touch the bottom of it here. Let's see, what is that, like 24.20-ish or something? Let's go look exactly. Whatever, doesn't really matter. But the low is 24.08, so it's about $24. we pretty much just barely hit that, kind of just chilled. So it's close enough, probably. Although this does look pretty good. I mean, kind of flagging out here, gapping up. I mean, this is very bullish structure above about $21. So very nice. And like I said, the futures closed pretty good off of this, but also in the same fashion as on the daily. Like to get these EMAs crossed up. So since they're so tight on the weekly and the daily, oh, I'm sorry, the daily already has it. I'm sorry, just the weeklies. So daily just kind of got those now, and probably take another. Realistically, it's going to take probably another like couple of weeks, probably through November, to really get that going. So that's perfect timing, though. Usually, crypto is pretty bullish in the Christmas time, holiday time. Moving on to Unicorn Shirt. Man, he is just sideways as hell. Look at this. We're still barely holding on to that 15.5 level. And there's nothing really to add on this one. We did have a No, we got a nice bounce back over the horizontal. Yeah, I mean, this is just more of the same crap. Daily looks pretty good. Not near as good of a chart as Bitcoin, that's for sure. Dominance is picking up too on Bitcoin as well, so that's noteworthy and probably why it's showing a little bit mo. Well, feel free to type in tickers too if you want me to go look at those later. All right, moving on. Ethereum, what were we at? Where were we at here? Oh yeah, Ethereum, but it is still above 15.5. So the same range applies, 1550 to 1750. Noteworthy, Bitcoin is above its range of 26 and 28. So that's pretty damn sexy time. All right, let's go to Litecoin. Charlie isn't really doing shit, just hovering also around kind of its major support. I love that it's just camped right on top of all of this business right here. I really like that at this horizontal, specifically at like 64. We've talked about that low 60s area a lot as mega support and retesting here. And we haven't seen the bears even be able to push deep into this retrace, which is pretty interesting. And also, we are now right up against this trend line. So, we've been looking for kind of resolution on some stuff by the end of the month. Surprisingly, Ethereum seeing this vol flash, it's now been 1, 2, 3, coming up on a month, and it's still sideways. I mean, you've heard me say it before. I'll say it again. The move from this is going to be range breaking, in my opinion. Hey, dude. Hellbound, where you been at, man? Good to see you. It is a late one, yeah. I was out of town for a big chunk of the week, doing some camping with my son and stuff, and a buddy, and like whatever. It was good stuff, but had some time. I was like, man, I need to do a little weekly wrap up stream. Hope you've been good, man. All right, futures. Let's go look at futures. Yeah, futures don't look good. Kind of just barely hanging on in the middle of the range. Really, y'all already know what it is. Nothing's changed on that. ETC, a lot of these are going to look the same. So we're just going to kind of go past those. I mean, you already know what's up here, about 14, low 14s. Just kind of grinding down. Really waiting for Mama Bear to do some magic. If that does happen and it breaks over 32,000, a lot of these altcoins are going to start pumping pretty hard. XRP bouncing nicely off this 48-cent level is what we want to see from the bulls. Really would have liked to see this candle get over 53-ish, above this 200, and take all these EMAs out. We didn't get it, but we are above 48, so you already know what's up above 48. It's just kind of like a retrace of this big pamp over here in July. Still higher lows and higher highs so far. Is higher high coming? If it does, I would be looking for about $1 probably off of this structure here. Yeah, it was pretty nice, man. Went out to East Texas and went into the woods. So crazy. You go to like East Texas and it's got like tall ass pine trees, and it's just very different than the west part of it. Anyway, I digress. Let's see. So 48 cents on XRP. What's the top end range of that? Really need to clear about 54 cents. And again, waiting for Mama Bear and seeing that get comfy over 30, pretty much on any time frame, like a 3 hour, 2 hour, even low hour time frames, getting comfy above there. We'll start seeing that likely in a bunch of coins. Like Tron, if that were to happen, Tron's probably going to low teens, I would guess. This is a super bullish structure. Y'all know we've really liked this chart for pretty much most of this year, as it's been higher highs and higher lows. Still in the structure, still looks really good above mid eights. Dot doesn't. Dot has been looking like shit for a long time. My lord. It does have bullish divergence right here, finally, from this point to this point on a hammer. So maybe on a really low probability trade, but also pretty low risk. You know, you could argue that it's okay above 365 off that hammer in this bullish divergence, hidden bullish divergence. So, yeah, you know, maybe. Again, low probability, but it is low risk too, because what is this, like a 2-3%? So, and it's maybe warranted more to take just because of where Bitcoin is above 28,000. Cardano bouncing. Ooh, I really like this candle right here. These two. This is pretty sexy for bulls. This is actually very bullish above pretty much like 24 and a half-ish, roughly right there. That coincides with a lot of this business. This is a seller shutoff type candle formation. So the bulls are saying, nope, that you ain't got shit down here. We're going back up. Now we want to see some follow through on this, and really would start to look super nice, getting comfy above about 25 and a half, 26, somewhere right around there. All right, Link. Oh my gosh, it's in the range. That's cool. Well, we already know what's up. Link, dude, as soon as this gets back over 8.5, man, it probably moonshots to 9.5. And this time, does it go to 10? I don't know. It doesn't until it does, right? Love this setup, though. Chronological order on the EMA is very nice. Camping up here. Even yesterday's close, or sorry, this was actually technically today's close. Looks pretty damn good. So EOS, meh, whatever. I mean, it's just been riding this damn trend line down since right around here. So a year and a half. Yep, cool. Maybe there's major support at 52. I don't know. We're about to come up on one that's saying suck it to the whole market. Oh, very lovely chart. I like this chart a lot right here off of this formation, off this horizontal of 210-ish. You already know. If y'all watch a lot, this has been major pivot point at 210. Or if you just learn to read the chart and you don't watch this anymore, that'd be cool too. That'd be awesome. I'll take that as a W as well. Very nice, though. This looks like it wants bullish continuation. As soon as this clears about 245-ish, let's jump out to the weekly. Yeah, even a little lower, like 242, because, you know, it has to be 242. We got to pick that number. Yeah, if we start getting comfy above there, I mean, that's really opening the doors to 260 to this little peak here at just shy of 300. Very nice. Love that structure. Look at this, y'all. Wow. BSV. Wow. What a move. It says, what? 30% on the dot. Don't see that often. 30.00. Exactly. Oh, yeah. Very nice. This is a very serious trend-changing candle. Wow. I haven't looked at this yet all the way on a weekly. I just kind of got an alert that the price went bonanzas, which it did. Oh man, it's so funny. One of my friends literally sent me a message on this pump, or I'm sorry, not this one. I gotta zoom in a little bit on this one right here, and was like, oh no, that's just they got some deal, some debt, some crap news that I don't care about. If y'all watch the show, y'all know that's why it's called No Noise, because I just don't really care about news. I believe everything is in the chart on here. Here, you don't need to listen or watch news or anything. I think that's fake news. Well, news is fake mostly anyway. Anyway, I digress. He's like, oh, it's because they cleared some deal, blah, 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 whatever. That's going to just, it's not bullish. And I'm like, dude, I don't care what makes the price action. That's irrelevant. Did it print or not? That's what matters. And this is just a beautiful retest. I mean, low risk entry. We mentioned a few times on stream. Very beautiful moonshot. Did not expect this to be so aggressive. That definitely caught some people off guard. Nonetheless, above 55, lovely. Now we get an open and close next week above 42, 43 bucks. We get two of those. That starts to flip very bullish. All this structure looks really good. So BSV Craig is saying maybe I am the real Satoshi. Aha. Anyway, short term above 42 looks pretty, or I'm sorry, short term above like 49.50 looks pretty good. Longer term, you're looking at about 42. Oh, what's the target on this bitch? If it wants to break to the moon. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see here. Let's pull a fib. But now, we're going to take it off of that. Probably looking, oh yeah, all right, about mid 70s would be a very likely target for this. Lots of resistance there, so that's going to be a tough one. And then over the long term, if bulls get comfy above there, I mean, we're talking well over $100 on BSV. XMR. Oh, I love this candle right here. Beautiful candle right here. Man. Okay. Well, so we're actually seeing, I haven't really looked at a lot of charts as I've been hiding in the woods a little bit, but we are seeing some pretty good signs of bullish continuation. That's pretty sexy for bulls, y'all. This is a very nice candle. Love that it took out the EMAs. This one like landed right out on it, but y'all know close is close enough. And the more important thing is after this candle printed, we actually got follow through on it. So very nice defense by the bulls and riding up this trend line. That is a test of previous structure, which is an ascending triangle. I'll draw that out on here if y'all can't really see that. Nope, actually, maybe I won't. Oh, I did. It's just really dim. Let's brighten that up. There we go. And then like this, boom, bam, retest. Very nice. That is beautiful. A very good bullish posturing here above 150-ish. Zcash. You know, if we are flipping into bull mode, this might actually, now that I'm kind of looking at some of these, we're getting some of the bigger ones looking pretty damn primed up. And some of the trashier ones now start to become a little bit more appealing because some of these you can buy with really low risk parameters. Like Zcash actually kind of seems like a good candidate for that. I mean, yeah, look at this. So for me, like 5-ish%, even these little swing lows at about 24.20 is only just shy of 4%. So, I mean, interesting. I mean, that's easily 2.5 to 1 just to this retest over there, and 2 to 1 just to the base of it. Interesting. Okay. Maybe that should be the theme kind of right now of this week and going into the rest of October is maybe it's shitcoin hunting time, y'all. Okay. And maybe it's been shitcoin hunting time, but maybe the probabilities are just a lot better right now, considering where Mama Bear is and some of these reactions on some of the larger names. So that's interesting. Let's keep going. Let's see what we got. Dash, in a similar fashion, also really low. Look at this. How many times has it bounced off this box, bottom end of the box? A few. 3%. Interesting. Doge is still 6 cents. That's also an interesting one. Let's pull up the DMI real quick. I want to see. Yeah, the battle is real. Look at this chop fest. A couple little outliers here just for a few days, but mainly kind of just chopping here with no real momentum. Man, whichever one of these gets back over 26 soon, this could be running, at least a penny. So might be looking for this 666 test fairly soon on Doge even. Interesting. Wow. Oh, holy crap. STX is telling everyone to suck it. The Bulls are back in town apparently. Oh wow, yeah, this will look real good if the weekly closes above 59 cents. Man, there's another mark on that bull chart that I was just mentioning there. There's some of these coins, man. They got some. I'm kind of liking it. Stacks probably will fare fairly well. Let me say fare one more time in the sentence. I think in the next bull run, as it is the ordinals thing and kind of NFT crap on Bitcoin, whatever, that's probably going to fare pretty good. As I say one more time. Also, my buddy showed me Nike is doing like a dot swoosh or Nike dot swoosh thing, and they're selling like digital sneakers that are on the Polygon chain is how they're issuing them, and they are about to actually do real sneakers that you can buy if you're holding certain NFTs that they gave out like a year ago or something like that. Pretty interesting that someone like Nike is doing that. And then he said also in the future they're going to have them where you can pay to make the shoe that you have, but it's like really expensive. It's like 400 or 500 bucks or something. But the one that you have as maybe for your avatars and all this other stuff is the NFT. There'll be options to actually create that shoe in real life to ship to your house. So that's pretty wild. I don't know. NFTs are pretty crazy, man. I think the NFTs giving utility and seeing practical utility in the market is going to be this next one instead of stupid, bored apes on yachts and $20 million artwork pieces. More power to them. That's awesome and stuff, but that's not really. That was like 2014 crypto or something like that. It's like really like the hype cycle. Anyway, as I ramble on. Like this a lot though. Good reaction. Super nice. Needs some time though to get the EMAs in chronological order. So definitely got some work, but bulls are attempting to get very strong here. And I do like this chart above like mid 50s. Ooh, TrueFi is still not done shit. Is this going to be kind of like a little false breakdown of this trend line? Because, remember, we're all watching the same movie. So is this like a little false breakdown? And we're about to just snap to the other side of range. Definitely has that stench to it off this hammer candle. We start getting above like 34.6. I would be looking for a snap move to probably about 38 or so on that, especially if Bitcoin keeps camping above 28,000. XRD is becoming attractive here, maybe a little bit, because Bitcoin might be chilling and on the verge in that same vein. It is definitely high risk, though, because it has dumped super hard. But look at where we are, catching this local low at 3.8 pennies. So one could say this is just a deep retrace. Actually, let's see if it is technically by the super technical standards. It is actually by said standards into the deepest retrace potential. And as long as it does hold that 3.9-ish area, you could argue this is setting up for some bullish posturing. Interesting. Okay. XRD. VeChain. This is the longest flag ever made. Is it like a falling wedge, though? So I might call it. What is. Oh, dude, come on. Why is it drawn like that? We don't need it to draw like that. We want it bright. There we go. Let's just delete it. There we go. Is it? Let's see if we kind of do like that. No, it's more like a channel. Yeah, it's the longest flag on a pole ever. Overall, though, it doesn't really. I mean, it's pretty supported above 1.6. Y'all already know that's been the case for many days now, and we're still there. Not super strong, but by the end of the month, we probably have resolution as it gets squeezed into this triangle, unless it is whatever that other chart is earlier that just keeps going down. Adam. Little hammer follow through. Maybe it's a bottom. Do we got any divergence here? Let's see. We do. We actually do have bullish divergence between these 2 points. So possibly, again, high risk when they look like this. It's like catching the knife because they can just do what's waterfalling, which is kind of this, right? You get it. So it is. Whoops. It is a little bit high risk. Actually, it's a lot of bit high risk. But again, in that vein of Mama Bear doing her thing, might be time. Oh, here's one going down the slide and waterfalling. Look, it's like Six Flags or Schlitterbahn or I don't know, whatever other water parks there are around the worlds. This thing is just going all the way down. And when does it stop? Nobody knows. Although one thing that I'm looking here in the internals, this is kind of weird. I don't know how the hell this is happening. I don't know if I've ever seen this. We have very dominant and higher high dominance on the bulls via DMI, but the price is freaking in the shitter. I guess just from these really large spikes, that is a very odd pattern. Interesting. Hold on, let's go to the weekly because that's kind of tripping me out a little bit. Weird, man. All right. Well, it hasn't stopped it from crashing yet, but it hasn't gotten below into the neutral zone, below 26 either. Very odd. How about the RSI? What do we got here? We do have a little bit of a higher high. So, yeah, we do have divergence between those 2 points. I don't know. Y'all know it's super high risk. This bitch has just been selling off since it broke 69 a long time ago, many moons ago, back over here in this area. That was May? Shiite. Anyway, yeah, I mean, high, uber high risk. Below 22 cents. That's it. Just get the Telegram kind of doing a little flag here on the daily, like a little mini flag. All right, mini flag in chrono order. The only thing that's not there is on the 200. It's not sloped up, so it's the only thing we don't got. Let's see here, weekly. Yeah, I like that. Weekly looks good. Even kind of has a little pennant flaggish type formation forming on the weekly. So, hey, I like that. This looks good above 190, which isn't much different. We've been saying that for a long time, like the 190s. It's okay, like 190 to 2. But now we actually have a little bit of structure. And look at this. All these tests below 2. Look right at 2, picked up. Couldn't even get to 2 or went right exactly to it. This one a little bit higher, 201, picked up immediately. That's pretty good looking. This looks like it wants to get some fib action. Let's go look where that is. So about 230, and then deep retraces around 242. Yeah, so it's around 2420 because it has to be around there. Very nice. All right, majors. This is where it gets not so nice. Like, oh man, we got some cool charts, some good pumpage in crypto land, and then you click over to the majors, and you're like, whoa, dude, what the? Let's go to a weekly. Are we surprised? No, we're not. Magenta candle below the 21. Y'all know we talked about this before. Usually it's on the daily because, it's a weekly chart. So you don't get lots of tests of 21s usually. But when you break the 21, you usually like to go test the 55. When you get a magenta candle off of this candle algo thing I have, you cannot be bullish if it's below that anymore. It is a time to be wait. Yes, to be wait. To be waiting and either take profits, hedge maybe. I like to go to cash a lot of times when this happens and just kind of sit on my hands or maybe look for something else, whatever. But this is pretty nasty. Now, it is the first attempt and it is right on the 55. So this is kind of like, oh shit, it looks really bad. Oh no, but it's not confirmed yet. We would need another weekly open and close below all this structure for this to get really bearish. And if that were to happen, we could be looking for deep retraces probably to around the 200 weekly if that were to be the case. But, we're still going to need all of next week minimum for that to even print. So let's not get too crazy. I know a lot of people are getting really bearish. And look where this landed to on the 200. Yeah, it doesn't look good. But what also is this pattern? Do y'all see it? The infamous H pattern. Oh, snap. So, if y'all are familiar with the show or the H pattern, awesome if you are. Whoever you're listening to, kudos to them because the H pattern is rare. Hey, do I see this comment? Yeah, I do, Jake Frelds. I do see that. That's the only one I see, though. If there's other ones, I don't see any other ones, but I do see that comment. I hope, yeah, hope it's not glitching out on me. That has known to been happening in the past, so that could be the case. Maybe you can confirm that for me. Crazy volume on Bing X. Yeah, we can go check that here in a second. Let me wrap my point up about the H pattern, and then we'll go do that real quick. Good to see you, Jake. Welcome. I don't think I've seen you in here before. Oh, H pattern. They are awesome. They usually generally stand for, funny enough, hard to short into. They usually do hit their measured moves when they break down. Bonds are actually a really good example of that recently. So the target on this would be about 3,900, which makes sense because look where that is in the middle. All this business in the bottom end of this red box, very, very serious target. If we were to break 4,200, that's kind of like if you want to keep it simple, horizontals are really good way to trade, and they're very effective. They're so simple that a lot of times it takes a lot of time for any kind of trades to set up. You're in very long swing trades, generally speaking. Anyway, back to the H pattern. These are really cool because they play out usually really fast. They either start breaking down immediately. They don't. They turn into not an H pattern if we get this crap, and for another, couple weeks or whatever, we just kind of chill down here. Then it's not an H pattern anymore. And so pretty much next week, we're going to see this either kind of chop up a little bit and get up here. And the faster this happens, the more bullish it is. If we get like up here and then start camping above the little hump in the H, that's where this gets very bullish and probably tests the other side of structure, which would be back up at 4,500. And conversely, to the downside, if it does the open and close below that, the target is just the H below the breakout zone. These generally do not break down, though. So just remember the H pattern is like hard to short into because they look really bearish and nasty and they kind of trick a lot of people. And then it either just turns into range and continuation or a snap up and then like bullish continuation generally. Anyway, I digress on that. Let's go check out this Bitcoin on Bing X. So yeah, I don't know what Bing X does. I don't know if it's how much volume they really do. Sometimes some of these exchanges are a little shady with their volume reporting. Let's see, Bing X. I don't even see Bing X. Like not on TradingView. Is it somewhere else? USDTs. Sure, it's on here if you're asking. There's so many damn exchanges now. All right, Gate.io. More Gate.ios. Krakens. KuCoins. Oandas. Is there a way to I actually don't really look that far into them. If there's a no Dex, maybe I can just put it in here. Bing. What is this? Bing X. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I had the right one. All right, what did you say? Just put the exchange in the search on the drop down. Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. 10-4, good buddy. There she is. Man, that thing is hidden. Is not found for such criteria. Maybe if I take spot off, maybe that'll help. There it is. So, they're future. Oh, that's why, because I got this .ps thing on there. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Oh, what the hell? That is a lot of damn volume. What the hell? That might be like that's probably a false print. Oh my god, yeah, that can't be real. Let's see well, let's go look at the past. It might be real, but probably not. Let's go look. Let's investigate. Oh my god, it just makes it go to like, oh, it's broken. All right, hold on. So the highest ever was, let's just round it up to whatever. I'm just going to put a horizontal on there. Right there, and we'll make this bitch super bright yellow. There we go. Now let's pull this over. Oh god, yeah, that can't be real. No way. No way, dude. Look how many zeros this is. Look how many orders of magnitude that is. No way. That's some weird bad print. That happens sometimes, especially on these obscure exchanges. Now, did they accidentally print that because someone just bought like a shit ton over there? I don't know. There could be some shady stuff going on, but yeah, that is just many, many orders of magnitude. So yeah, that is a bad print right there, my friend. That's funny. God damn, yeah, that would be insane, dude. If that was real volume, that would like have spiked Bitcoin to probably like 50,000 or 100K. Who knows? That's an insane number right there. Pretty funny. All right, back over to the equities. Pretty nasty. Looks pretty bad. Closed below the 21. Hasn't done that in a while, and it is below 15K. So this one does look a little bit heavier. Funny enough, it's a lot higher too. So, maybe we get ES staying still, some NASDAQ selling off, just kind of like some different directional moves from each of the indices, because Russell's down a lot this week too, and actually over the last few weeks, to be fair, our last couple months. All right, where are we at? Sorry, NASDAQ. Yeah, it actually is bearish below 15. That's what we've been eyeballing for the last many weeks. So now we're below there. Maybe we're going to do a little test over here at about 14,000 even, or wherever this trend line is, depending on what it does here next week. Because there obviously is support, short-term support, right about where we are. Technically is building this descending triangle, though, if y'all see that right there with my perfectly straight lines. But y'all get the point. All right. Dow has the same type of H pattern. Very lovely. See if this gets played out next week or not. And pretty much by the end of the week, that pattern either kind of starts building up or gets negated. So, like I said, that's what's cool about it. It's a fast pattern. We are fully open and closed, though. Oh, whoops. We are fully open and closed, though, to be fair, on the Dow on a weekly for 3 weeks in a row. That is a pretty big deal. So yeah, that's not good, actually. That is probably the most bearish of the indices so far, by a pretty long shot. This actually does not look very good. Macro below 33.8 and shorter term below 33.5, if you want to get granular. I trade this and all of a sudden see that, like, what the yeah, I bet, dude. You're like, what is it broken? I mean, you might want to think about at least diversifying some of your money. I'm just some YouTube TradingView dude or whatever. Well, TradingView, actually, I just put most of my stuff on here, but TradingView uploads automatically on YouTube for you, so that's kind of nice. Anyway, yeah, I am a trader. Yeah, I've been doing it a little over a decade now. I think, what was the first one? Yeah, a little like 11 years, just shy of 11 years. Yeah, that would kind of, yeah, if you see that and it's like one of the kind of first times you've seen crazy prints, like, that is funny. But yeah, if you see big, huge, just gigantic Sigma moves where that could like never happen, yeah, don't worry about those. They'll probably correct it at some point. Just make sure that exchange is okay. I've never heard of those. Of that exchange, not familiar with it, and there's lots of options now too. So Jake asks, what I do if I do swing trades or day trades. I prefer to do swing trades. I don't really like day trades. Everything's Day trading's hard because the frequency is really fast, no matter what you're trading, and it's the emotion swings are a lot too. So it's kind of hard. I don't think most people have any business doing day trading, especially if you got a job and regular life, or you're a parent or something like that. Definitely, unless you make it your full-time job and you're super disciplined, then you can start, I think, having business on low time frames. Maybe you do algo trading, and I mean AI is getting in stuff too, or whatever. Like you're doing some more things like that. But if you're just investing or kind of like on the side and you have another job and regular career and it's kind of just using money you're saving, yeah, most people ain't got no business on anything below a weekly, I would argue. Because anything below a weekly, it starts to get way harder to do. So yeah, I've grown more into swing trading. I remember when I first started doing it, I thought, oh, you got to day trade all the time. Yeah, yeah, it's the best. Oh yeah. But I definitely blew up a lot more accounts the shorter the time frame I did. That's for sure. And I'm no stranger to blowing up some accounts. When I first started, I did that probably too many times, if I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I mean, easily I can think of 3 times just without even thinking. So I actually think you have to do it at least once. It's just part of the kind of the game. It's like paying your dues or something. Just make sure you learn from your mistakes. It's like any business, really, right? You don't just go into it and make $1 million. You don't just like start a restaurant or a car business or something, and you're just like, oh, I just immediately make it. That was so easy. Like trading is not some easy thing to make money. It's like starting a business. So if you treat it like that, you'll probably do very well. Hey, yeah, for sure, Jake. Take care, man. All right, let's see. Trannies, they're down. The trannies, they're always down. Good support though on the low end of the range. You already see the box, so at about 14.2. DAX, DAX got the doom candle last week, and it's just been selling off ever since. Now we do have some support right here at about 14.8, the upper 14s. A little bit below that, maybe 14.6. Anything getting below the 14.5 area, though, that really unlocks the trap door to, I mean, 13s, man. I think it's pretty brutal. Oh, shnikes, dude. What is this? 3.4%. This is actually a pretty nasty candle on the Shanghai. Ouch. Continuing to look nasty. We are pretty bearish below 30.50. Looks pretty gnarly. We even closed below all this. Man, a little bit of support at 2,900, but below 29. Shit, 26, 27. Easy. Man, look at this spike on the VIX. We're above 20, almost hit 22 on a hammer. Dang, this actually looks pretty bullish but bearish, right? Because it's the VIX. Yeah, wow. The week even closed strong. Damn. So, and VVIX is very, very, wow. Weekly open and close above 100. All right, guys. All right. That is no joke. That's serious. Maybe we are going to get some more selling. Weekly open and closes above the 100 are generally get follow through, especially when they're engulfing like this. This is a pretty beast mode candle. I did not catch that. I have not seen that yet until just now. That is a little concerning for the bulls in the general market. Interestingly enough, crypto was up pretty good and looks a lot better. I don't know. Maybe it's going to become a flight to safety trade, possibly, with the stuff going on overseas. I don't know. Interesting. But wow, yeah, this is very bearish on markets, bullish on the VIX, having this weekly open and close. That's surprising. I didn't expect to see that. Wow, we're even above Oh, this is the same here, so whatever. Sorry, I was thinking of something else. Yeah, so shit, hammer candle. Watch a lay. VVIX needs to go back under 100, man. This is until it does that, I would be very cautious on flash dumps on the majors from that posturing. And I did buy a lotto put last week. I usually am like a week or two off. That would be hilarious if the market crashes really hard next week. I will laugh so hard. Uh, that is so funny, man. I've done that so many times. We'll see if it happens again. It'll be good entertainment. Beautiful bounce 21, putting in that support, retesting, breakout zone. I mean, this looks really good above 85. There's no problems with this chart. Above 85 bones. Very lovely. Looks like it wants to come back up and test the high again. You already know above above 95 gets us to, I believe it is that 105 area. Is it not? Yes, it is right here at the kind of middle of this little chop fest over here. And then after 105 becomes breakout mode and above 130, holy crap, I guess we're probably at war or something crazy. Nat gas. Is Nat gas a buy here? I kind of wanted to buy some today. I didn't pull the trigger. This is a very interesting spot, though. Coming back and testing this. I believe we were talking about on the stream that it would be beautiful if we could get a little retest, like a quick one. Even be nice if we could fill this gap. That would be super sexy. Quickly fill this gap, get it out of the way. If that happened and we kind of camped right here, just under 3, that could be set up for a real nice pop to the upside. Also, if bulls are super strong, they could just freaking pump that from right here and say, we'll fill that gap next year. Bonds. Oh, look, they're still selling off. Well, crap. Let's go to a weekly. Whew, nasty. Just brutal, man. I mean, what's there to say? It's Bondageddon, dude. It really is. Let's look at municipals. Have they broke the lows of COVID yet? Well, let's see. Which I think is 100 flat. Yeah, right at 100. Nope, not quite, but we are getting deeper. The bodies are at 101.26-ish. So even getting below 101.26, that becomes very likely we're going to go test 100. Whew. Ouch. Ouch. Is this a giant H pattern, you might ask? Maybe. This kind of messes it up a little bit, but, close is close enough, maybe. I'm just, that's maybe the bullishest thing of it. I don't know. That's probably forcing it a little bit. Yeah, bonds nasty. Wow, TMF nasty. Triple leverage death. Well, this H pattern played out almost twice. Little mini one here and another big one here. Brutal, man. Dollar looks very strong. I already know above 105.5. Most of these charts aren't too different. TNX pretty much tapped 5, it looks like. Yep, 4996. So less than half of a penny. Oh, wow. And the low was 4666. So that's bullish. Holy crap. What the hell? Well, the target was 5 to 530, or it was like 40 pretty much. Yeah, about just under 540 is like the mega target. 5 is a big round number. That one's going to be a pretty good one. Start camping above 5, about 540, 5.5 would be the target on that guy. And then the big target on this, I have up here, excuse me, I have up here at around 6.5 to just shy of 7 where this arrow is. So those are the targets long term. I know that sounds crazy. Mortgages already be at damn 8%. What? 8%? Hey, it is what it is. I'm not expecting that super fast, but what the hell do I know? I'm just watching this chart and this looks bullish. If it gets above there, I'll be looking for that move. And until then, I'm still looking for us to breach up into the 5s for now. Is it getting a little exhausted? Maybe there is some bearish divergence here between this point and this point. And 5 is a hard number, so Maybe get a little relief chop digestion up there. Euro just chopping here, lame. Now this has been the star of the week for me. I was just getting alerts every so often because I didn't have great service, so it's kind of sporadic here and there. I'd get some, but I mean, I was like, "What? Gold up again? Gold up again?" I was like, "Holy crap! Look at this freaking reaction! Talk about false breakdowns." Um, I mean, this is crazy. We were talking about that last week. Is this just false breakdown? If it is, we're going to the other side of the range, just shy of 2K. And literally, we do that with the quickness. It was like less than pretty much 2 days or 3 days. Sorry. Crazy, dude. This move is pretty beast mode. Wish it would have been able to close above 2000. I don't like that it's stalled right here and technically made a lower low on the weekly structure. It is the first candle. Next week, would really like to see the Bulls. Man, if they gap up and open, like something happens over the weekend or something, and it gaps up and open and closes above 2000, that'll be pretty crazy. Next week will be very important to see if we get any follow through or any signals from that. What we don't want to see is this get engulfed. That would be very, very bearish. Nice move on SLV. Also, same thing, false breakdown. Other side of range, already tested it. Is it going to try to break out here and get out of this little triangle that I've drawn so perfectly? Let's actually get that out of here because it has pretty much already played out both ways. I mean, this is bullish, very bullish above 22.5. Very nice structure. We did a little live SLV trade on this one. I did take that off today. At the end of the day, I was just kind of like, man, that just happened really fast. Whatever. And the options I had on it weren't that far out either. It was only like 30 days. So those can decay really fast. I've learned in the options world, especially when you buy premium, if you get a lot of it really quickly, it's best to take some of that off the table because it can go away also very quickly. And especially if it's at ranges, kind of target ranges like this was, like it hit major resistance, just about $24, tapped it, got rejected, and then closed right on the 200 at the end of the day, which is why I was like, maybe we need a couple more days. You can always buy back in. Don't forget that. Platinum, maybe getting a little bit more sexy. Is it going to have its snapback move? Maybe. It is above 900 again, so that technically would set it up for that. So platinum might be set up for a trade right here. Palladium is not set up for shit. It just keeps selling off. This looks like crap below 1150. Don't even care about it. Now we're getting the follow through on GDX too. Kind of a little false breakdown as well. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah, but look at this. Kind of lower lows again. So sometimes, and especially in this market, it's been so choppy. Like I'm more in take the money and run, thief in the night kind of mode right now, just because there's no really great trend like anywhere. So it's best to be a little bit more nimble, in my opinion, in this market regime. Anyway, you already know that's going to look the same. I threw Matic on here too after I found out about that because I looked at the Nike thing and I was like, what? I was like, I haven't looked at Polygon's chart in forever. So I was like, told my friend, pull that shit up. And then I noticed, I was like, what, dude? This looks like trash. And it does. But look where it's just chilling here. Right here. Then I zoomed in on the daily and was like, wait, is this like a little bit of accumulation right here? Is that what this is? I don't know. Above 50 cents looks pretty decent to me. I like that. And if Bitcoin's above 28,000, this thing's probably going to run. So I don't know. That's another one that I thought looked pretty good. And especially that I had no idea that Nike was actually doing that. That's so crazy. He actually had one of the NFTs that were randomly given out to people where you can opt in to buy the shoe. So he bought the shoe today and it's going to get shipped to him. I don't know, at some point. Maybe he'll send me some pictures. I'll share them on here when he gets them. It'll be pretty cool, I think. But yeah, what? Like Nike is doing that? Man, bruh. All right, anyway. I don't even like Nike, but, that's just the market accepting that is pretty interesting. Let's go look at a couple other things, then we'll wrap up. Apple. Ooh, dang, Apple, what are you doing? Tim, you're not cooking. This is bullshit. You're crap below 169. It's kind of like no man's land right now. And there's little sneaky earnings coming up the very beginning of November. And that's shit. Wow, that's not even 2 weeks away. God dang, that flew. Anyway, and we got the 200 right below it. So I would definitely not short right here. That's for sure. That is a dangerous zone. If we were like below 169, then you'd be talking. But right here, ugh, yeah, I don't know. Y'all already know I don't like to take trades between the 200 and the short terms like this. And it's right smack in the middle. This is like 50-50 at best. If you like options, that could be potential strangle candidate. And I'm not going to explain all that because that goes into that's depth. And if you know about options, then you can be like, oh, okay, hell yeah, that makes sense. Or if you don't, at some point, maybe we'll talk about those and strategies. But those get long winded and it's a very different conversation. It's almost like learning another language, sort of. Not as hard, but I guess maybe for some people, I don't know, whatever. October 24th, earnings. Watch out. That's next week. See what happens. Maybe Microsoft will save the day. Look where we are, too. Magenta candle over here. No man's land for me. I'm not taking this trade. This bitch could snap freaking $20 either way off of this formation. Same here, AMD. Oof. Very precarious spots here, y'all. And still bullish formation. Like a lot of people are bearish, but look at this. Like, oh my God, it's down 25%. That's because we got some big ass moves that have happened in markets. But if you just look at this objectively off normal technical analysis, this is higher highs and higher lows, and this is just retesting a very critical support level, which the bulls did very well at so far. Now, is this kind of a shitty candle here? Yeah, most definitely. Shooting stars, you never want to see those. Those are never that good. But we don't have any follow through yet, hence no man's land. Just read the chart, man. And I've done this 1,000 times. You try to project stuff. I see crypto all the time. They're the worst about it. They are the head and shoulders bros, dude. They will draw head and shoulders on like the craziest crap. I'm trying to even just get a spot where they're like, oh, they'll just put it on there. They'll just be like, this much of the chart is drawn where the gap is right here. And they're just like, oh, it's head and shoulders for sure. It doesn't matter. All this is head and shoulders. It is just, it's so funny to me. Anyway, whatever. I digress. Hating on the head and shoulders bros. Wednesday, we also have Boeing reporting. Boeing just, what the hell, dude? Boeing's chart looks like garbage. Pretty terrible below 200. Don't really like it below 200, but again, kind of in no man's land. Not really. I mean, right in the middle of all this shit and earnings next week. Don't even care. Technically bearish below 28. Yeah, we don't like that. Disney, not very good. Not very good. I scrapped that trade. That was a small loss on this one. If y'all remember, I did get into that one. I took a little tiny baby loss on that. Oh well, it happens. You can't win them all, That's okay, and who cares? Have your trading plan and trade it. You're gonna take losses. It's literally the only guarantee in trading. And once you get over that and you don't care and you just accept it, it goes to your thing, your trading plan. You close it, you move on. Who cares? Don't overthink it, man. That's why most people, I don't think, can make it long term in trading. It's very difficult because humans are just over analytical by nature. Anyway, let's go to weed stocks because actually I have something to share that I think is pretty cool. We talked about this when this pumped hard, that what we would love to see is a deep retrace to be like, oh, that was just fake news, and then for it to chill out there in the deep retrace. Well, now we've gotten the deep retrace. Will it fill out now is the question. And it's real easy. We can just use MJ. MJ has most of the big weed stocks in it. So I'm just using that one just for simplicity. It's $3. If this thing's holding $3, easy number to remember, and starts chop fest in between 3 and pretty much 3.5, and just builds this chart right here, and with like some higher highs, higher lows a little bit, especially when it starts camping above 325. This could be setting up for some kind of announcement about schedule, reschedule, deschedule, schedule party, whatever the hell it is. So I do think this is a very important chart to watch because, as y'all know, I quote him all the time. It's one of my favorite quotes in charting and finance guys by Bernard Baruch is show me the charts and I'll tell you the news. You don't have to read the news. You hear about it enough just from living and having friends and stuff and family, whatever, being out and about. You already know that's what would send this, even though you don't read the news every day, about marijuana. And information just kind of gets transferred. It's, I don't know, some magic shit or something. Mushrooms do it or something. Anyway, that's probably not really a great joke. But anyway, here we go. $3. It's good. Let's keep an eye on this, guys. We'll check it out here in about a week or so. End of the month. Let's do it at the end of the month. Halloween. On Halloween, we're going to check this shit out. And let's see. You know what? I'm actually going to put, can I do an alert for crossing time? Nah, I can do it some way. I can't remember. Anyway, whatever. We'll keep an eye on it with the weed. I do think that is noteworthy. Let's go look at the blockchain thing, and then we'll wrap up. HODL me this. No, that's not what I want to look at. Overstock. Oh, yeah. Overstock, maybe. I didn't pull the trigger on this one yet. I'm still thinking about it. But I'm waiting until after the earnings. That'll be next week. So possibly, I do kind of like this little chop fest down here. This little range it's building. But no way I touch stuff with earnings like that. Not directional plays. You can do delta neutral stuff with earnings. That's actually a pretty good thing. But don't, yeah, directional, man, is like pretty much 50-50. All right, let's go to, what was it? Let's go to our little, minor index. Oh, I like this. This is cool. Just need to get kind of like how Bitcoin's chart is. Just need to get above kind of the 200, get chronological order, all that stuff. Very similar structure. Macro on this is still pretty bull. I would say pretty bullish. Really would like to see it get over 420 though. It starts to get real sexy above 420. Cores, look at cores, y'all. Is this buying opportunity on cores? Broke 69. Is this a false breakdown? I'm betting that it is. I am long cores for disclosure. So don't listen to me, though. I'm just an idiot. What do I know? I'm just on TradingView making videos. But is it? Maybe. I like how it didn't keep selling off. I like how Bitcoin's chart looks. So I started nibbling on that one a little bit. Anyway, will this suck? Yeah, if it loses even 50 cents, I'm bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, let's see here. We already did some of those. I think that's it, man. What is this bitch doing? Man, this bitch trash, dude. This bitch trash, dude. Look at this chart. Whack. Anyway, before I rant about that, let's just move on. Let's go to Tesla. I'm kind of curious. Oof, ouch. Tesla down 15% this week. Holy moly. Right on structure, though. Right at the 200. Another precarious spot. Right on the 200 as well for the daily. God dang it. Missed earnings. Looks like they didn't like that. Market no likey. Dumped about 10%. But, overall, is it super crazy? Not quite yet. 190. And even below 200, it does start to get pretty nasty. I would like to buy DoorDash someday, but I just don't think the time is right. I do think it'll be a really good trade at some point, though, when the market kind of isn't so, I don't know, choppy, we'll call it. for lack of words right now. All right, I think that's it. Mushrooms. I do want to look at this. We were mushroom hunting. That was fun. Let's so look at them. Oh, well, looks like they found a new low. Well, maybe one. This is terrible. That sucks. Chop Fest looked good for chopping, and now we're out the box and just getting continuation. Pretty nasty. Nothing to do there. Need a lot more time to go by on that one. All right, I think that's it. Well, I want to wrap this up. Y'all know what's up. Bitcoin, it's above 28. Looks good. Let's get these EMAs in chrono cross order because that will be way more sexy on the daily and on the weekly. Let's get that set up. Then we can probably get ready for moonshotting. Oh, you know what? I didn't pull up. I did want to talk about this. Let's pull this up real quick. This is the halving chart. I've shared this with y'all quite a few times. We are getting close, y'all. It's a roughly 169 days away, something like that. It was just close to that, so you know I got to pick that one. And the halving day isn't like a hard date anyway. It's kind of like a range, you know. So, yeah, that's it. We're getting really close, y'all. Before you know it, it's going to be the next day. We're going to be having it up. Every time before that, and even right prior to it, we've had some nice run ups, some good gains. A couple times, you know, we've had like a hard sell off right here on this little candle, right? Y'all, if I can get on it. Oh, shite. There it is. You know, little 10% drops, but structure was held every single time. Even COVID structure held too, even though that was an outlier. That's what's so funny. People like dismiss TA. Even in black swan outliers, structure still wins. The chart still won. Oh, people just want to fight that shit. I know, because I did for way too long. Became so much easier when you just listen instead of project. Right? Anyway. BTC above 28 looks really good. Like it. GBDC, beautiful. You already knew when it got above 20, it was go time. Let's go. Let's go. Fill the rest of this gap. Looks like it does want to come up here and test this trend line. With this setup, I would be surprised if it couldn't get to at least like 27, 28. ETH kind of not as sexy, but it's still above 1550. It's still the same shit. 1550 to 1650. I'm sorry, 1750. And again, hasn't played out yet from its 1 month and 1 week vol flash, a record, I believe, across all tradables. And I think with that, guys, let's go with these real quick. You know, it is kind of heavy below 44 magenta candle. That's been the case for really a long time now. And they tried to do it. Bulls couldn't even close and open and close above. Well, I guess this one technically did right here, didn't it? Okay, so one technically did off of a pretty shitty structure, but one doesn't make a trend change and it immediately got rejected. Now, is this the H pattern is the question. Next week, we should have the answer to that. With a slight bearish bias, though, below that 44. Same with the 15,000. All these numbers are the same from the last, I don't even know how many videos, at least 2-3 weeks worth. And one of the bigger outliers is VVIX with the weekly, not a daily, but a weekly open and close. That's engulfing above 100. That is signaling a little bit of concern for the bulls for sure. And that coincide with the move in precious metals as well over the last week and a half or so is definitely cause for a little bit of concern. Interestingly enough, if we did get into some kind of turmoil, bonds will generally start to pick up as that is a safe haven trade. So we could definitely see that occur as well. And that might happen too with a breakout of oil above like 95-ish. That's another one you can watch out. It's kind of like the VIX. It's commodity VIX, if you will. Alrighty. I had one more point I wanted to make, but I just lost it. Damn it. Resistance at 5. Pretty good resistance at 5. Gets comfy above 5. We probably look for about 530, 540. Just a 530 handle. Nat Gas might be setting up for a trade. I thought that was another good one too because it's been playing very well for the last 6 months or so, being very respectful of the TA. That's always nice when it does that. It just makes it so easy. Alrighty, I think that's it. Much love, guys. It's been a nice long stream on the Friday night. I hope y'all's week was awesome. I hope y'all's weekend is better. Much love. I'll catch y'all on Monday morning. This is Noiz. I am Z Rex. Peace.